Hi, Dan. Hey there. How are you, Dan? Good, good. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Ready for a meeting?
Yeah, it's a big one today, huh?
Yeah, it's Bill Whopper.
Bill Moore's in here. Can I bring him in? You got to keep the truck open. Yeah. I'm going to walk you back. Then.
Yeah. Okay, excuse me. I think we'll be ready here in a couple minutes, Chanel.
All righty.
How's your week been?
It's been going well so far. It's starting off well. I have an ankle injury, so I've been kind of dealing with an ankle injury. So it's a little bit annoying.
What'd you do?
Nothing interesting.
Just twisted it or something?
Just stepped wrong and it just folded in half.
Well, I hate that.
I know. I don't really injure myself too often, and so it's a little annoying.
Surprising, huh?
Yep, exactly. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing good. I got Bill here with me, our chairperson for the planning commission.
Welcome.
They leave that unlocked. What do you want today?
Nah, I think they'll call me on the cell phone.
I'm gonna lock you.
That would be best. Thank you.
You think I'll be the only one?
I don't know, Bill. I figured Ted would come, but I figured that
Yeah, he usually does.
he usually does, and I didn't get a chance to call him, so I'm a little out of pocket. But he'll call me if he gets to the front door.
I wanted to come in and do it right. I was the only one. Well, Grady called up last night. My computer went down today.
Oh,
so I
no.
didn't have Zoom or computers to do it. And,
If you're gonna be the only one, I'm gonna get you moved to the end.
okay.
That way we can catch you and me in the same screenshot. How's that?
Let's see.
What can you see there, Chanel? Can you see Bill?
I see Bill. Yeah. Hi, Bill.
Try this. See if that's better.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
It's a little better, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's better.
So we still have the same agenda.
I haven't thrown you any curveballs.
That's good. I do want to know if we need to do anything about the new members between now and whatever. Or,
No,
okay.
we can talk about that in the meeting if you want to.
Well, so
What is today, the 12th?
15th.
No,
15th?
15th,
Yeah.
2 days till St. Patrick's Day
Oh, boy.
And the Ides of March
is
today.
when's the eye? Oh, today. Oh, okay.
The Ides of March is today, when Caesar met his fate.
Oh, yeah.
And yesterday was National Pie Day, 3.14.
I heard that.
Yeah, I
That's
missed that one.
That's an
Wait.
interesting day.
I didn't. I did have pie yesterday. It was ice cream pie. It was really good.
I'm gonna go check my front door. I'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Brandon, I'm up to go.
It was quiet down here tonight. They all leave at 4:30.
For cleaning, right?
Yes.
Nice. That's nice.
See, Bill, while you're here. Hey, Chanel,
Yeah.
could you tell me that we did not do TV the last time? YouTube?
No, we did.
The YouTube upload.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was not. Does it it needs to be, right?
Pardon?
You guys would like it to be uploaded on YouTube, is that right?
I was just wondering if it was. I got asked if it was or was not.
Yeah, I didn't upload it.
You had told me it was. You what?
I didn't upload it. I think Chad typically uploads it, but since the hats have been transferred, picking up on what he used to do and how he used to do it. So I will make a note to upload that and this one together. And we upload it on our channel, right? Or do I send it to you?
Well, I was just wondering if it was recorded the last time or not.
It was recorded. Yep.
It was. Okay.
Mm-hmm. But it wasn't uploaded.
Video or
yep.
sound?
Yeah. Just so how it works is Zoom will record the meeting.
Okay.
And then we upload that recording from Zoom to YouTube, or we send it to you and have you upload it. I'm not sure. I'll have to figure that out.
I've never uploaded it. I'm not sure I need it uploaded, but I would love to have a recording of it.
Absolutely. I can maybe do both, email it to you and upload it. But if I'll find out from Chad if we upload it and get the login information if we do. And if we don't, I'll just send it over to you.
That would be great. If you can get it to me, I would love that.
You bet. I'm gonna admit a few people in, okay? We've got Joe's iPhone, Grady, and a 423 number. You guys ready for him?
Wonderful.
If
all right.
Want to see a video, where do we go?
Well, we have been able to go to YouTube.
Okay, what do I type in then when I go there?
I'm not sure.
I believe you'd go to the set. You'd go to set planning. I'll send you a link. I'll send you a link.
I didn't know that. I was wondering if they were or not because they do the other meetings, and I didn't know that. Okay.
Let me look that up right now while I have you on.
Okay. I don't see Ted, so maybe he'll be on the phone. I figured he was going to be here. We'll hit this afterwards. I'm going to need some signatures.
Hello, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
How we doing? Hello, Joe. How are you?
You look like you're in your cave.
I'm in the man cave. You're right.
You are. Nice one.
Yeah. I'm seasoning a cast iron skillet to make cornbread out of a few days here.
Oh, okay.
What are you seasoning it with?
Actually, it's lard that I made a couple years ago. Real
Nice.
lard. I cut all the fat off of the ham and made lard out of it. It's the real stuff.
Wonderful.
Mother used to cook with lard, and she would take 2 fingers and dip it in the lard bucket and toss that in the skillet, and that's how she cooked. And it's
Yeah.
it's the best in the world for cooking cornbread.
Yeah. Mother's touch.
Little dab of it in that skillet, get it good and hot, pour the cornbread in it. Woo!
There you go.
Probably died with high cholesterol at 95 too, right, Joe?
Yeah.
Bill, I'm sending you the email with the link, okay?
Good. Appreciate that.
You bet. And I'll get that uploaded because it looks like we do upload that. And that's MC10, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
MC10 AC.
All right.
So we don't have a quorum yet, do we?
I missed who was on there. I went to check the door to see if Ted was here.
Bobby said he was going to call in. So we got Grady and Joe. We need one more.
We got Grady and Joe.
Well, it looks like everybody's following the protocol now, the new protocol to log in a little early. So that's good.
Yes.
What about Ted and Charlie?
I'm
Dan?
here.
Charlie, I hear Charlie. Okay.
Great. Good to see you, Charlie. Hear you, Charlie.
All right.
By the way, when are we going to go back to in-person meetings?
Well, I believe go ahead.
I don't have an answer for you, Joe, just yet. I don't know that.
All
I know
right.
that the governor extended it until April 28th.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, it's been extended. Somebody else is here. Let's find out who it is. Adam McRory.
Adam,
Is Ted calling in, Dan, or do you know?
I haven't heard from Ted just yet, Grady.
Okay, all right.
Adam, can you hear me?
I can, yes, sir.
Are you now the president of the Chamber of Commerce?
No, not till the end of the month.
End of what? End of March or?
The 30th of March, I'll take over as president.
So it's
yes.
coming up then. Okay, good. I
it
see
is.
your picture in the paper quite a bit, and I wondered if you took over the first of the year.
No, Missy Wood is still the president until the end of March. She works at the veranda at Life Care, and she, I think they're still pretty busy with the changing guidelines and such.
Then you take over for a 5-year term?
2 year. 2 year. 2. 2, and that's it. Yeah.
Oh, you'll probably want to run again.
No. 2 years would be that should be plenty enough for me.
And you're going to miss out on the Strawberry Festival this year, aren't you?
Well, that's a good question. So
It's
the
still
the
up in the
official-
air.
Well, it's on postponement at the moment, and we're trying to look at possibly doing something as the numbers continue to decline. But
Okay.
right now we're still on postponement.
So you're going to get that dumped on you April 1st.
yeah, exactly.
Well, good luck.
Thank
Okay,
you.
we're not gonna have Ted.
Okay.
So
We got a quorum, I guess, right?
I think we do. Let's see here. We get this thing started.
I felt like that was a loaded question, Mr. Moore.
Well, I saw your picture so many times in the paper and I thought, oh, I wonder.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Go ahead and
Well, Grady's gonna call you roll and stuff for you. So yeah, when you're ready.
Okay.
We're gonna have Bill. Bill's our vice chair for BZA. So this is BZA first, and Ted's not gonna make it. So Bill's gonna go ahead with our meeting then, okay?
We'll call the item 1, call to order of the Board of Zoning Appeals. Item 2, reading of the procedural statement. With our nation battling COVID-19 and the passing of Executive Order 98 by Governor Lee, governments are allowed to temporarily hold virtual meetings to protect public health, safety, and welfare, and to prevent the spread of COVID-19. The public will not be allowed to access this meeting except by electronic means in order to limit the number of attendees to no more than 10 people as mandated. If you are interested in attending this meeting, you can use the following options. By Zoom, the Zoom app meeting ID is 822-5770-1000. Password 046656, or call 1-312-626-6799. Meeting ID, the same as the Zoom, 822-5770-1000. Password, the same as the Zoom, 046656. Item number 3, the regularly scheduled meeting for March 15th is being held by Zoom and/or phone call, conference call. To participate, please use the options mentioned above. This meeting complies with Governor Lee's Executive Order 78. Item 4, roll call by the secretary.
Vice Chairman Moore,
Here.
Commissioner Charles Davis,
Here.
Commissioner Joe Runyon,
Here.
Secretary Grady Davis. I'm here, so we can have a quorum, Bill.
Okay. Good. Item 5, roll call of any phone participants.
Adam McCrory, Dayton Fire Department.
Chanel, do you have anybody else?
No, I don't.
Item 6, approval of the minutes of the previous meetings, January 19th, 2021.
I make a motion, we approve.
We have a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Charles Davis, second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion or revisions on the minutes from the January 19th? Okay, hearing none, call the roll.
Vice Chairman Moore,
Yes.
Secretary
Approved.
Davis votes yes. Commissioner Charles Davis,
Yes.
Commissioner Joe Runyon.
Yes.
Item 6, also February 16th minutes. You have a motion to approve?
I make that motion.
Joe, and is there a second?
Davis, Charles, second.
Okay, Charles Davis seconded it. Is there further discussion, comments, revisions? I noticed on here that I think I was thinking that Grady made the comment on those minutes about the approval of the sign down there and the visibility. And I heard that was checked out.
Yes, sir.
Did that, is that? is that-
Yeah, it is. You wanna,
I was thinking it was Grady's motion, but
where are we reading?
on the 16th, Vice Chairman Moore moved to approve the variance and approve the location of the signs on Manufacturers Road and approval of the city. So Grady, you might have made that.
Yes, I was one brought that comment up. And it says subject to visibility and approval from the city. So I'm assuming Dan, after
But you
they got
made
the
the-
signs up, you don't have a problem with it, Dan?
Oh, we do not.
They went down and moved them up and down, I understand, to make sure that one on Industrial Road was the issue. But I was thinking you made the motion, Grady.
I think
Uh,
Grady for sure brought the comment up
Oh,
about
Okay.
the height of that, for sure.
okay, well,
I think
I
I
was
had-
the one with, I was the one with the concern, but I didn't do the motion, Bill.
oh, okay, then it is as is, but it's been approved by the city of Dayton and
Tommy and myself went down there and met representative from Lazy Boy down there, and they had a life-size mock-up of the sign, and we slid it up and down the pole to make sure we were high enough from the entrance below it where you and I had sat, and then also from the entrance above it so that you could see to turn left. They used the one entrance to turn or exit to turn right and the other one to turn left in kind of descending order. And the one that you get to first, that's closest to Walnut, is a little bit higher elevation than the other one. And so we ended up setting it for one, and then we went over here and checked it and raised it up even more. So if you were to go by there, you'd see it's pretty high on the pole right now.
Okay, so basically you moved it up so you can see better when you're coming out.
Quite a bit, yes, sir.
Okay,
It
that's
looks
fine.
great. That was a good suggestion, and it worked out very well. Thank you.
That's fine, guys. I don't have a problem.
okay. Any other discussion on the minutes from February 16th? Okay, we call the roll.
Vice Chairman Moore,
Yes.
Secretary Davis votes yes. Commissioner Charles Davis,
Yes.
Commissioner Joe Runyon.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, if I may for a second, I had
Yes.
a citizen approach me about, I guess they're used to watching the the meetings afterwards on the YouTube channel, on the Southeast Development YouTube channel, and they could not find that meeting. I don't know, is that something, Ms. Hippix, that you could add?
Absolutely. Yep, I'm uploading it now, and I'll
Okay.
upload this one as well.
Okay, thank you.
So the only one that should be missing, I understand, is the last meeting.
The last one.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Okay, and then you'll upload this one when, tonight, or how long do you usually take?
I've never uploaded them before, so we'll find out. It says there's 17 minutes left. We'll see.
Okay, so you can go back and tell your concerned citizen that it should be there soon. It's in the processing. The last
Thank
one and
you.
this one. Okay.
Thank you.
Item 7, recognition of any citizens. Do we have any? None? 8, item 8, communication from the chairman, none. Item 9, reports from the staff and committees.
None at this time, sir.
Item 10, old business.
I have none.
Chanel, did you have any?
I did not.
Okay, item 11, new business. Nope,
I have none.
nope. Item 12, any other business? Okay, hearing none. Item number 13, need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion to adjourn.
Second,
Davis, Charles, second.
thank you. Got a second? Any other discussion on that? Call the roll.
Vice Chairman Moore,
Yes.
Secretary Davis votes yes, Commissioner Charles Davis,
Yes.
Commissioner Joe Runyon.
Yes.
We
Okay,
were
we'll
adjourned,
adjourn
Bill.
on BZA, and we'll start the planning commission in just a couple minutes.
Dan, while we're waiting to start the planning commission, do we need to discuss the new membership for the planning commission and the BZA?
The last discussion I had with our city manager is that the city council will appoint at the council meeting 3 new members, 2 to the BZA and 3 to the planning commission. And that is tentatively to take place April meeting of the city council, which is scheduled on
5th?
yeah, it would be the 5th of April.
Were they gonna have that because of Easter, or that didn't make any difference?
I think that's just, I think we're scheduled for the 5th of April.
I think so.
I'm not 100% sure on the date,
It'll be the 5th or the
but
6th.
we have worked to get that on the agenda for the next meeting. And that is a mayoral appointment, so it's a, a little bit out of my hands as to the timing and everything, but I do know that it needs to happen at at the city council meeting in order for it to be on record and everything is what they're aiming at. I was just looking for a date on that meeting, but I didn't do any good. So I think it's the 5th. It's always the first Monday. And I don't think the Easter holiday has
They
anything
would
to
have
do with
said
it.
it in the February meeting.
Yeah, that's what I was looking
And
at.
that
They
was,
did. They did.
It's scheduled
I
for the
remember-
5th.
I remember Dayton City School was actually going to be out that day, and they had talked about moving it to the 6th, but then they decided that it would have to be a special call meeting for both of them, so they stuck with the 5th.
Okay, good, good.
So we should have the new members for the next meeting, Dan. Is that the hope?
That is the goal. That is the hope. And I'm aiming that direction, and I'm, trying to keep that, make sure that boat doesn't stop between here and there.
Okay, so if this all takes place as planned, Bill and I have been exchanging notes back and forth. I think we need to have an election that day to fill
Jill.
Ted's position. And also, in the conversation you and I had today, I think we're required to do this either annually or every 2 years one. I don't know which one's right.
Did you ever find any bylaws?
I did not for the Board of Zoning Appeals. I did for the Planning Commission.
Okay.
Yeah. And, I was thinking it said every year. I would have to look that up to verify that, but I think we're supposed to have an election. I know we're supposed to have it on a regular basis and determine new board members on a regular basis. And I thought that was a 1 year interval. I could be off on that. I could double check. So
May I interject for a moment? We have Shannon Swafford and then another person from a 423 phone number in the waiting room. Are we
Okay.
ready to start the PC meeting?
We're ready.
bring them in.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Don't start yet. I gotta get them all down.
We'll ask for those on
Okay.
our phone participants.
Yep.
Okay, Grady, you ready?
I'm ready, Bill.
Okay. Item 1, call to order the Planning Commission for March 15th. Planning Commission meeting for March 15th. Item 2, reading of the procedural statement with our nation battling COVID-19 and the passing of Executive Order 78 by Governor Lee. Governments are allowed to temporarily hold virtual meetings to protect public health, safety, and welfare, and to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Public will not be allowed to access this meeting except by electronic means in order to limit the number of attendees to no more than 10 people as mandated. If you are interested in attending this meeting, you can use the following options. The Zoom app is meeting ID 822-5770-1000, password 046656, or call 1-312-626-6799. Repeat that, 1-312-626-6799, with meeting IDs and passwords the same as the Zoom app. Meeting ID is 822-5770-1000, password 046656. Item 3, the regularly scheduled monthly meeting for March 15th, 2021 is being held by Zoom and/or phone conference call. To participate, please use the Zoom app option, or call the number given before. This meeting complies with Governor Lee's Executive Order 78. Item 4, roll call by the secretary.
Chairman Moore,
Here.
Secretary Davis is here. Commissioner Charles Davis,
Here.
Commissioner Joe Runyon,
Here.
Commissioner Bobby Dawes,
Here.
and Vice Chairman Ted Jones. I don't believe he's with us still. But we still have a quorum, Bill.
Okay. Item 5, roll call of any phone participants.
Adam McCrory, Dayton Fire Department.
Janelle, I've got you down. Do you have anybody else on there?
Adam, are you 0327?
No, I believe that is Mr. Dawes. Commissioner
Okay.
Dawes,
I don't have anybody else. Thank you.
I believe.
I thought you had Ms. Swafford and somebody else.
Yes. Did she not introduce herself? Sorry.
You said phone participants, so I'm not on the phone. You can see me, so I didn't announce myself. But hi, I'm Shannon Swafford.
Hello, Shannon. Welcome.
Hey, Dan.
Thanks, Shannon. Sorry about that. And we have also a 9267.
Oh, that's David. Charles David, 9267, yes.
Okay, that's everybody on my end.
Okay,
Thank you, Chanel.
you're good. The approval of the minutes of the previous meeting for January the 19th. Have a motion
I
to
make a
approve
motion,
them.
we approve.
Okay, second, please.
Davis, Charles, second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the minutes of January 19, 2021. Is there any further discussion or revision? Comments on them? Okay, call the roll, please.
Chairman Moore,
Aye.
Secretary Davis votes yes, Commissioner Charles Davis,
Yes.
Commissioner Joe Runyon,
Yes.
Commissioner Bobby Dawes.
Yes.
All yes, Bill.
Okay, we've got to approve that. Item 6, February the 16th, minutes approval. I have a motion to approve.
I make a motion to approve.
Have a second, please.
Davis, Charles, second.
And do we have any comments, revisions, additions to the February 16th meeting? Okay, hearing
Chairman
none.
Moore,
Yes, yes.
Chairman Moore. Chairman Moore,
Yes. Go ahead.
This is Bobby Dawes. I was not able to attend because we had we had a school board meeting that night, I think. Could you enlighten me on what the Able property, consideration of Able property? On
Yes.
Able Drive?
You take it.
Either way, whatever.
Go ahead. I'll say what you know. And
Hey, Bobby, this is Dan.
Yes.
What was brought to the meeting that night was a request for a zoning change on a piece of property that belongs to, and I want to say, I think it was Dan and Vera Abel. And
Correct.
what the situation on that property was one half, well, not half, but one piece, one part of that property was zoned C2, the part that's closest toward Able Drive. And the part that's further back where their house was zoned agricultural. That piece had
Yes.
gotten zoned in two different whacks, even though it's one piece. And so the Ables, through a realtor, Richard Downing, were asking for the agricultural part to be rezoned to commercial. It's a legitimate request because it borders C2, so they can ask that. It seemed to make sense for the use of the property, and it allows a larger, it allows a potential buyer to buy both pieces and be able to commercially use both pieces. Okay, that's the general upshot of what was brought up. And what we approved was passing that along to the city council with a recommendation to change that zoning. So that's what happened there. That's the upshot of what happened. There's been a few developments since then. I can go into those if you like or not.
well, no, yeah, just say what Dan was telling you. We voted last time to move it to the city council for their approval. And it didn't make the agenda for the February meeting or the March meeting. So in the meantime, we got a letter from the owner of a right of way that goes through the property from Attorney Hitz. And we've looked that over. We don't see a conflict, but we sent the letter on to the city attorney, Susan Arnold, for her review. And have you heard back from her or anything, Dan?
I did today, Bill.
Okay.
Well, no, I really haven't heard anything back, just that she's wrote a letter to Rebecca. So that's where we stand.
So it's being reviewed whether the right-of-way issue would have anything to do with the rezoning. We don't see it does, but the two attorneys are talking here.
Okay. Is that where the two houses are? Is that what's getting rezoned?
I think it's just one house, but I'm not sure. I want to say it's just one house up on the hill. Are you familiar with the piece along relatively close at the corner of Abel Drive and Hiawassee Highway there?
Pretty much. I pretty much know. I know where David and Vera live. Danny and Vera, I mean, and but I thought his dad had a house there beside him too.
Well, and he may, but I think there's only one on the piece of property in question.
Okay. I just wanted to understand what it was.
I'm pretty sure, Bobby, and I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure that there's only one house on that property in question. I really couldn't be for sure, but anyway,
Okay,
The house and the garage, that's it.
yeah, it looks like maybe a house and two garages, or a house and a barn and a garage, or something.
Okay.
But about 3/8 of that property was C2 and the rest is agricultural. And they just wanted to make the whole property C2. We did mention to them that if they did that, and that house ever ceased to be a house, it couldn't go back because it would be in a C2. They didn't care. There's a potential buyer for the front piece that runs, kind of borders the creek there a little bit, and they're interested in both pieces. And of course, they want to be able to be sure that they can use that other piece for commercial.
But
That's
so
fine.
the zoning request is basically at the eastern end of the property of this area, and the right of way question is at the western end. So they're not even near each other, near as we can tell. But we're not any real estate attorneys either.
Did we answer it, Bobby?
I'm good.
So
Okay.
you hopefully will be getting it on the agenda for your city council meeting in April. You think that's
Well,
gonna happen?
that's kind of why I was asking.
Okay, and there's still discussions and requests between the two attorneys about what their intentions are. They need more information and whatever, and so might get on the agenda, but might get tabled. I don't know.
Okay.
We don't have any.
All right.
We don't have anything anything to do with the right of way that I can tell. So, okay. Any other discussion on the minutes from the 16th? We have a motion and a second. We'll call the roll.
Chairman Moore,
Yes.
Secretary Davis votes yes, Commissioner Charles Davis,
Yes.
Commissioner Joe Runyon,
Yes.
Commissioner Bobby Dawes.
I'm going to abstain since I wasn't there.
Okay. We still got approved then, right?
Yeah, we should have.
Yeah, we got it.
You got
more than
four.
we need.
We got 4, yeah. Okay. Item 7, recognition of any citizens that wish to speak. Any citizens? Hearing none, we'll go on to item 8, communications from the chairman, none. Item 9, reports from the staff and committees.
Not at this time.
Item 10, old business. Snell, do you have any old business for the planning commission?
I do not have any old business. No.
Item 11, new business for the planning commission. Item 12, other business.
I got something to bring up under other business. It's not an item we have to do anything with. It's food for thought. We talked some time ago about our townhouse regulations and how they have some requirements in them that we don't have on apartments in terms of additional parking, extra setbacks, additional space between buildings. I'm starting to get a number of requests for small townhouse type developments that would be very few in number, which those regulations would preclude us from building or preclude me from issuing a building permit for those. I feel like we'll be, to some extent, hurting ourselves a little bit because we're eliminating the possibility of a very current trending type of construction. What the state has done is made it where if you're going to build more than a duplex, 3 units or more, you have to send your prints to Nashville for fire marshal approval, which means automatically that's going to be a full set of drawings from an architect, which is an expense we're not used to around here. That's going to have an impact on our cost of real estate and housing. And so what everybody's going to go to in order to avoid that, there's an exception on single family duplexes or a townhouse. And so you could do 10 townhouses in a row without doing that, as long as they each have a 2-hour firewall as per the code book. We don't allow that kind of construction because I'm saying we allow that kind of construction, but we don't have a zoning place for it to sit. The reason we don't have a zoning place for it to sit, we could call them apartments and do them that way, but we can't call them townhouses. We got Mr. Harrison taken care of with a couple of variances up there. And interesting to note, I don't know about closings, but I know he listed and in a couple days' time sold 4 of the 6 as townhouses. And we've got more coming, I know, and we're probably going to want to look at that and see if a small townhouse regulation is appropriate for our area, as opposed to putting a number of restrictions on a type of construction that we don't put on for apartments. I think it would help us in the future in terms of selling those as opposed to renting them, and that should help us with pride of ownership and indirectly be a benefit long-term to the city. And it's where things are going in a lot of places. So just be thinking in your mind. We talked about this a year ago, and that was one of our goals for a workshop when we got COVIDed out. And so it's just something you might be thinking about, researching a little bit about. If you can think of it, I gave you some suggestions when we were dealing with Mr. Harrison, and we ended up being able to do that with variances instead of going through an ordinance change, which would have taken longer. But I'm pretty confident we're going to want to be looking at an ordinance change on that in order to attract a popular, nice looking way of home ownership that allows a couple or whether they be empty nesters or beginners to own something without having to live in an apartment, but yet not have to have a yard of much and not have to have maybe the cost of a whole larger place in an R1 or something like that. So we need to be thinking about that because it's going to keep coming up for us, I feel like, based on code and trends.
Any comments?
You're specifically looking at parking regulations. Sorry about that. You guys are looking specifically at the parking regulations. That's the main thing prohibiting these from being approved.
Well, what we're really looking at is maybe a set of regulations that would apply to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units of something of that nature, that would allow you to not necessarily add on some of the extra costs that are tied to that ordinance for, I think we call it fee simple, something or other, chapter 14 maybe. So it is parking. There's additional parking. There's additional setbacks. There's additional space between buildings. There's a number of things tied to it that would require, a homeowners association for one, that you don't necessarily have to have without it, and things like that, indirectly required. So
we want to take a parcel of land and put more townhouses on that land,
yeah, by way of an example, if I take,
reducing the size.
that's right. So if I take just a general, let's suppose I have a piece of property, and if I was going to do an R1, I might develop a street and come and ask for approval on a preliminary plat. And I would have, let's say I had a 200-foot long street and a cul-de-sac at the end, and it was all R1, that would be fine. In theory, I can do the same thing and have quite a number of townhouses in there where there's 2, 3, 4 together, 5 together, whatever, in varying numbers going down that street. It looks just like a residential street, but I might have 2 neighbors adjacent to me with a 0 lot line clearance. And if I have to go to Nebraska and visit my grandkids or something, I don't have to worry about my house because I got a person on each side. I don't have a full-blown yard to worry about. I own the property in front and behind me. And there's quite a number of advantages, and it's quite a popular trend. By our regulations, we would require something that looks very different than that.
Okay.
And it doesn't look as neighborhoodly, and it's more development orientated, and that's where townhouses started. But to some extent, they've kind of taken in a fashion, some of them have taken a turn from that and are much more simple, much more neighborhoodly looking, or hoodie looking, whatever. And so it's something to think about. It's something we're going to have to deal with, because we're going to get more and more applications for townhouses because of the state's requirement for Nashville to approve everything on that is more than 2 apartments.
Okay.
So you want to have an addition to what's already present so that it clearly defines
Yeah, I think the best
that kind of.
I think the best solution I can think of is something called a small town house ordinance is probably the best thing I could think of that would allow us to do something small without adding additional cost. And that way a developer could develop something very small without having to add to it.
Sounds like a good time to put some thought into it and potentially have a separate meeting to go over maybe like a workshop style discussion where we put in each of us something valuable to the discussion and look at what's left over.
What time frame are you looking at?
Well, that's what Chanel, that's exactly what we talked about like last March, and we just had to kick that can down the road. So we're going to leave it kicked down the road for just a little bit before we do a workshop until the governor says.
We can't have workshops now, right?
Well, it would be a little more difficult. But when we get past this COVID thing, I think it's important we get to work on that as because it is a trend that's probably here to stay, in my opinion. That's one man's opinion.
Okay. Okay, any other business? Okay, hearing none, we have item 13, motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
There's a second, please.
Davis Charles, second.
Okay, call the roll.
Grady Davis left, it was just a few minutes ago.
Oh, we did. Okay. You want to call the roll?
Okay. Chairman Moore,
Aye.
Uh,
Davis and Runyon.
so we're down to Commissioner Davis,
Here, yes.
Commissioner Bobby Doss,
Aye.
and Commissioner Joe Runyon.
Yes.
Okay. We're adjourned. Thank you all for attending.
All right.
See you, everybody.
Thank you all. Take care.
Good day to everybody.
Thank
Look on
you.
YouTube for the recording.
Okay,
Thank you, Chanel. Appreciate it.
thanks for sending that out.
You bet.
Good night, all.